opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Five weeks come and gone already, and we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is Walker on second. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Kane, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Hits his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Handoff to Walker from the gun. Works his way to the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down. Right up the gut. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Taken in by Shaheed. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Completed to his running back. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the Seahawks 15-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Looking to throw on 1st and goal. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba has a hole left, room to run. Jackson Smith-Njigba all the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks take a 13-0 lead. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. And they can go ahead. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Pass play now. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Seahawks pick it up. Into the red zone. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 20-zip lead. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping off that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete here to Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Pass play on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. They're throwing it. Got a man, Bowers has it. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throw on 3rd down. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders get it back to a 14-point game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Second and 1. Complete out to the right. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Running left. Here's Walker. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Third down from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Seahawks in possession. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Second and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. This one misses the tight end. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw now. Caught by his back. On the move, past the 40. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He fires one deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
They are throwing it again. He's trying to go deep again. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking for a throw here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the...
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. 40. Hits the 20. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it a 24-point ball game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Fielded at the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Mitch Wishnowsky is set to kick off.
Here's Wishnowsky now to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That's complete inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's on the move. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many.
He's got it deep downfield. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. They'll hand it to him again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
They're going to look to throw on 3rd and goal. The back's got it. And in for the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he gets into the end zone. That is exactly why they went for 2 right there, Brock. It's back down to a 1-possession game. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. He'll look to throw. Fits it through the middle. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
On 2nd and 9. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here's Wishnowsky now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Setting up the running back screen. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Raiders. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Taken in by Shaheed. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They kick the running back in motion. Gets this one to Shaheed. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
He throws a bullet deep to the right. They connect on the deep shot. He has the touchdown. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
34, Raiders 29.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 39. Pass complete to Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. They did it! He made the interception! The Clemson rookie has it. And the Raiders have some new life in the fourth.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Dropping back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw it. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Desperation time here on 4th. He's got Shaheed. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw it again. He's trying to push the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
2nd and 10 now. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Seahawks pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up what's ever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Walker on first down. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Offense up to the line fast. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Seahawks leading by 5. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Staying with Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He'll give up the gut to Walker. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
Chased out to his right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
They can let the clock run out here, but let's see if they resist the temptation to add on 3 more instead. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
At their own 18-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.